The MLB playoffs are heating up like never before, and with just 4 days left in the regular season, the stakes couldn't be higher. Teams are battling for glory, while others are scrambling to avoid the heartbreak of missing out entirely. It's a roller coaster of emotions that has fans on the edge of their seats, wondering who will punch their ticket to October baseball. But here's where it gets controversial, with tiebreakers and injuries shaking up the standings. Is this year's race fair, or does it highlight the unpredictable chaos that makes baseball so thrilling? Let's break it down together, step by step, so even if you're new to the playoff picture, you'll feel right at home. Entering play on Thursday, here's the latest snapshot of every contending team as the regular season winds down to its dramatic close. Who's already secured their spot? These squads have officially locked in their postseason berths: Brewers, Phillies, Cubs, Dodgers, Blue Jays, Padres, Yankees, Mariners. Just one night after toasting their playoff qualification with bubbly celebrations, the Seattle Mariners popped the champagne again, this time to mark their triumphant clinch of the AL West title. https://www.athletic666487-2025 Seattle Mariners AL West clinched. For the first time in over 2 decades, since 2001. And if that wasn't enough to justify the festivities, catcher Cal Raleigh smashed his 60th home run of the season. https://www.nytimes.com Athletic 666484-2025 Seattle Mariners Cal Raleigh 60 home run season, catapulting him into elite slugging territory that's rarely seen. For context, hitting 60 homers in a single year is a feat that places players in the same league as legends like Babe Ruth or modern stars like Aaron Judge. It's a testament to Raleigh's incredible power and consistency. pic.twitter.com/UGXN7WDP. Seattle Mariners at Mariners, September 25, 2025. /twitter.com/Mariners. Status: 197-106-1229-6624189. Ref Circ, %5A. Who's on the verge of joining them? These teams are teetering on the edge of clinching a playoff spot. Red Sox, Guardians. The Boston Red Sox handled their business effectively. https://athletic/sen 766518 2025-09-25 Garrett Crochet dazzles Red Sox postseason berth. Against the Blue Jays on Wednesday, trimming their magic number. That's the combination of wins by Boston plus losses by their rivals needed to secure a berth, to just 1. To clarify for beginners, a magic number is a simple way to track how close a team is to clinching. It's like a countdown to victory. In the process, the AL East standings erupted into total mayhem. As of Thursday's start, the Yankees and Blue Jays are deadlocked at the top of the division with identical 90-68 records, while the Red Sox trail by just 3 games. And this is the part most people miss. The Yankees lack the tiebreaker advantage over either Toronto or Boston. For those unfamiliar, tiebreakers are rules that decide the division winner if teams end with the same record, often based on head-to-head matchups or other criteria, to avoid coin flips. The Athletic's Chris Kirschner provides the detailed breakdown of potential AL East outcomes. The Yankees are now tied with the Blue Jays for the AL East lead. Blue Jays have the tiebreaker. 4 games remain. Here are the scenarios for the Yankees to win the division. Yankees go 4-0, win division if Blue Jays go 3-1. Yankees go 3-1, win division if Blue Jays go 2-2. Chris Kirschner, at Chris Kirschner. September 25, 2025. https://twitter.com/Chris Kirschner /197-1028964408236. RIF SRC TWSR FW. Here's the schedule for the AL East teams' remaining games. Thursday, White Sox at Yankees. Red Sox at Blue Jays, Friday to Sunday. Orioles at Yankees. Tigers at Red Sox. Rays at Blue Jays. AL Central. Team WL win percent Gabar streak L10. Guardians, https www.nytimes.com/athletic Guardians. 8672.544, 9-1. Tigers, https www.nytimes.com/athletic Team Tigers. 8573.538, 1L10. The scorching hot Guardians have surged to the top of the AL Central. https www.nytimes.com/athletic 6660244, 2025, 09-24. Guardians, Tigers, takeaways Game 2, AL Central battle. Meanwhile, the Tigers have slipped into the AL wildcard hunt, and if the season wrapped up right now, Detroit would face Cleveland again at Progressive Field in a rematch. The struggling Astros linger just one game behind the Tigers for the last AL wildcard position, adding another layer of tension. Who's in a nail-biting battle? The competition is intensifying for these squads: Mets, Diamondbacks, Reds. Despite losing key players to season-ending injuries and making trades at the deadline that signaled a potential rebuild, the Diamondbacks are still fiercely competing in the National League playoff chase, with a real shot at sneaking into October. Arizona trails the Mets by one game after both suffered losses on Wednesday. This weekend, the Mets will travel to face the rising Marlins, while the Diamondbacks head to San Diego to take on the Padres. NL Wildcard. Team WL win percent GB streak L10. Cubs, https www.athletic MLB Team Cubs, 8969.563. Padres, https www.athletic MLB Team Padres, 8782.547. Mets, https www.athletic MLB Team Mets, 8177.513. Diamondbacks, https www.athletic MLB Team Diamondbacks, 80and78.060. 1 L173. Reds, https www.athletic MLB Team Reds, 80and78.06. 1 L264. And let's not forget the Reds, who are hanging on tenaciously. https www.athletic 6660528 2025 Reds Pirates result playoffs. And also sit one game behind the Mets. They'll feature Nick Lodolo on the mound for the final game against the Pirates. Next up, Cincinnati heads to Milwaukee to challenge the Brewers, who might choose to give their star players some rest if they've already secured the top seed. If the playoffs kicked off today, American League Toronto and Seattle would earn first-round byes as the AL's top two seeds. Toronto would also enjoy home field advantage throughout the ALCS thanks to boasting the league's best overall record. Even with the Yankees tied for the East lead, Toronto holds the tiebreaker after sweeping the season series 8-5 against New York. AL Wildcard Series, number 6 Tigers at number 3 Guardians, number 5 Red Sox at number 4 Yankees. ALDS. Yankees, Red Sox at Blue Jays, Tigers, Guardians at Mariners, National League the Brewers, and Phillies would enter as the number 1 and number 2 seeds, getting first-round byes. If the Brewers advance to the World Series, they'd keep home field edge by virtue of having the MLB's top record. NL Wildcard Series, number 6 Mets at number 3 Dodgers, number 5 Padres at number 4. Cubs NLDS, Dodgers Mets at Phillies, Cubs Padres at Brewers. What to keep an eye on Thursday? Tigers at Guardians. A Cleveland victory could widen their lead over Detroit to 2 games in the AL Central, potentially sealing their division crown. White Sox at Yankees. Carlos Rodon will wrap up the series for New York as the Yankees aim to stay neck and neck with Toronto in the AL East race. Red Sox at Blue Jays. A win for Boston would guarantee their playoff spot, while a Toronto defeat could rattle the Blue Jays in the East, a division they once dominated. Dodgers at Diamondbacks. Los Angeles wants to wrap up the NL West decisively, especially with their bullpen in question. Meanwhile, the resilient Diamondbacks are determined to extend their season. Mets at Cubs. Chicago hasn't yet locked in the NL's top wildcard position, which could mean the difference between hosting games at cozy Wrigleyville or traveling to San Diego. Rockies at Mariners. Seattle could still snag the AL's top seed, securing home field advantage all the way to the ALCS. Plus, Raleigh is just 2 homers shy of matching Aaron Judge's AL single-season record of 62, turning this into a must-watch showdown. Photo of Raleigh, Steph Chambers. Getty Images. October 4th, 2025, Connections. Sports Edition. Spot the pattern. Connect the terms. Find the hidden link between sports terms. But here's where it gets controversial. Should teams like the Diamondbacks, who've dealt with major injuries and trades, even be in contention? Or does it undermine the integrity of the season? And what about the Yankees' predicament without that tiebreaker? Does it prove that baseball's rules sometimes favor the lucky over the deserving? These debates are what make the playoffs so electric. What do you think? Is the AL East chaos a sign of a broken system, or just the thrill of the game? Do you root for underdogs like the Diamondbacks to defy the odds? Share your opinions in the comments below. We'd love to hear your take.